Bonjour and welcome to the Tarot of Claude. Today I'm going to be doing the December reading for the sign of Taurus. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to take two energies from the Shaman Stream Oracle. These are general readings, they will not resonate with everybody. Just take what applies directly to your situation and discard the rest. So what are the energies for Taurus in December? If you would like a more comprehensive picture of your month, do check out your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus sign. Okay. So your first energy is card 42, Netcaster. Preparations come to fruition. So you've been working on something and you've planned it, you've prepared for it, and you're going to start seeing the results, reap the rewards. And that's nice. Let me pull out a second energy for you. I want this one right here. Your second energy is a card 52, and it is straddling worlds, wandering between realms. So you're in a transformation time in your life, you know, between shedding the old and going towards the new. You're in that in-between transitional time, which is what you've been preparing. So you're about to come out of this. Let's see what the tarot has to say about it. Okay, so at the center of the spread we have Temperance, crossing Temperance we have the Ten of Pentacles, below you we have the Chariot, above you Judgment, that's a lot of major arcana, behind you Five of Wands, ahead of you Page of Wands, advice, Two of Cups, environment, Death, another major arcana, hopes and fears, the Lovers, another major arcana, final outcome, Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, underlying energies, Ace of Cups. Okay, so in the near past, you've had the Five of Wands. Now, 5 is the number of change and challenges. Wands is to do with passion, urges, desires, what really drives you, what ignites you. And so the Five of Wands can indicate some kind of frictions, you know, some challenges, because, you know, when you feel passionate about something, or when you're in a passionate relationships, sometimes, you know, it causes disruptions and frictions, because everyone is driven by their desires. I can't help but look at this card and see the two lions who are fighting, and normally they don't stand out to me that much, but today they do in this reading. You know, it's an animal instinct when you're driven by your desires, and so this is in your near past. So you may be in a relationship that had a lot of passion in it, and sometimes, you know, when two passionate people are together, it creates friction, which is what I'm seeing here. And at the center of the spread, you now have Temperance. Now, Temperance is major arcana. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 5 major arcana on the table. That's half of your reading. Now, the minor arcana deal with the day-to-day things and your routine, whereas the major arcana deal with big energies on your journey, on your life path. The Temperance is all about patience, moderation, and compromise, and this is right in the middle of your spread. This is where you're at right now. You know, considering compromises and yeah, just being patient, just generally speaking, which ties in really nicely with the preparations come to fruition, because Temperance really is a card that goes well with preparations. You know, you're patient, you wait for things, and in the meantime you use that time to prepare things. You see, you can see she's patiently mixing the fire with the water on the card. That's you preparing for something. That's how I see it anyway. And the 10 of Pentacles, 10 is the number of completion, end of cycle. Pentacles is to do with your physical world, so work life, home life, jobs, career, finances, that kind of thing. And so this is crossing it. And so I'm wondering if you're patiently preparing for this, basically. In your subconscious, you have the Chariot. Now, this is your higher self dealing with something that you may not be aware of, and this is the Chariot. The Chariot is number 7. 7 is the number of experience, evaluation, assessment. The Chariot talks about having fought a long, hard battle and coming in very strongly, having won it. It's not an easy victory, but it's a major victory. It can also talk about travel sometimes. So it could be talking about you moving away from the situation victoriously. It is in your subconscious, because in your conscious mind, your current goal, you've got Judgment, another major arcana. And obviously there are layers to those cards, but Judgment is about, it can be a report card, being judged on what you've done. In that sense, it's karmic. It can be a wake-up call, you know, you thinking, okay, I need to do something about this. But it can also indicate transformation. Generally, it is represented with people leaving their human shape or forms in their coffins and rising towards the angel. And so, because of the card that I pulled at the beginning, wandering between realms, and I did mention I felt that you were in a period of transformation, you know, kind of stuck between the old and the new and trying to move towards the new. And I do feel that this is what you're aiming for. You're aiming for some kind of major transformation in your life. And your higher self knows it's going to be, you know, a battle, but that you're going to be victorious. So they are kind of aligned, which is always good when your conscious mind is aligned with your subconscious mind. It's always good, because it means that you're going to take actions and direction guided by your higher self, which is really important, because your higher self knows what's best for you. And in the near future, you've got the Page of Wands. Now, pages are news bearer. They give you messages, but they can also indicate a change of direction, a new path. And Wands is passion. And so I think we're talking about a relationship here. I think that you have been in a very passionate relationship, and you may have had an argument with this person. You may have temporarily separated even, and you've been waiting. You're currently waiting patiently, trying to maybe give them some space to think, being very compromising, because you want this relationship to grow. You know, you're casting your net. You see this card here, net caster, preparations come to fruition. So you're leaving, maybe you've given them the space to breathe, to think about this relationship, because maybe it was burning too fast, with the view of transforming this relationship, of really maybe taking it to the next level. And so your relationship is currently between two realms, between two worlds, in that no man's land when we don't know are we still together or not. But you're going to hear some news in the near future. And again, it's one, so it's passion. You're going to get a passionate message or some kind of communication or new directions that's, you know, going to take you towards getting what you want with that relationship. Because if I look at your hopes and fears, well, you have the Lovers. Now, the Lovers is the card of decision, but it can also indicate, obviously, you know, decisions in love, and you're hoping that this person's going to choose you. This is again a major arcana, so this is a very important relationship. You know, this is making you grow on your life path, maybe learning to compromise. Because in your hopes, you know, this is what this is, the decision going in your favor for you in this relationship. The advice is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups too represents duality, polarity, but decisions and also relationships, partnerships. The Two of Cups is a very powerful union. It doesn't have to be a love relationship, but I'm feeling we're talking about love here. And you know, this is appearing in your advice. So the cards are saying that, you know, this relationship is ultimately going to be good for you. This is a good relationship. This is probably who you're supposed to be with. And in the environment right now, you have death. This is a major arcana. Death is about the death of the old, and so you can start afresh with something new. So it's not an alarming card, it's just saying that it's the end of the conflict period that you've had with this person, because you will be victorious. You do have the Chariot here, you do have the Page of Wands, you have the Two of Cups, which obviously is a very beautiful relationship here, the Lovers. So it's the end of what the relationship used to be like, you know, the conflicts, these kind of things. And all of your compromises and the patience you've shown and you're showing right now will pay off, because you've got this, so there's that metamorphosis happening, and at the same time you do have the Ace of Cups in the underlying energies, which is the Cup of Love. It's emotional fulfillment. It's Ace is the card number one. It's the beginning of a real love. Sometimes it can represent birth as well, but it could be the birth of that deep bond that the Two of Cups represents, and that you have in your advice chart. So this is around you. This energy is around you, that pure emotional fulfillment, love. You know, it's like stepping it up a notch, getting out of this being caught between worlds. And your final outcome is the Knight of Swords. Now, knights indicate movement, change. Why did I say movement? That was so wrong. I'm sorry. Movement, change. They're action takers. And swords is to do with thoughts, intellect, communication, and truths. The Knight of Swords is air energy. It's a fast energy, and he seems to be flying directionally across to go right in the middle where you stand impatiently, as Temperance, you know. And so I see this as this person. Knights in Tarot are, you know, not as old obviously as the Queen and the Kings, but not as young as the Pages, who can represent teenagers. So we're talking a young man, you know, mid-20s till, I don't know, 40, that kind of thing. And it could be female as well. I just said man, but it could be female, because actually there's no gender attached to those cards when it's general reading for me anyway. And this person is charging in, coming back to you, you know. It's on the outside of the spread, heading towards the center, and I see you as Temperance, as, you know, having prepared calmly, patiently waiting, made loads of compromises, giving them their space, and this person is coming back to you. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm sorry, I think it's a beautiful reading. It's maybe it's a very specific message for someone, but I can tell you that the waiting, the compromises, being stuck between, oh, am I with you, aren't I with you, that kind of thing, you know, are we together or not, this is going to end. And you will hear from them very soon with the Page of Wands, which is that news coming in. And obviously we all have free will, I'm not telling you what to do, but the cards, the universe, your spirit teams, God, they're telling you in the advice that, you know, Two of Cups, this is a beautiful relationship. And, you know, you've got the Ace of Cups as well, which, you know, is this beautiful love overflowing the cup. So entirely up to you what you decide to do with this, but the conflicts and the problems that were experienced prior to this in the near past, they, you know, it's in the past. Your goals of, you know, the relationship, I can't even speak English today, I'm sorry. Your hopes, your goal of having this relationship evolve and transform is going to happen. This is going to manifest with the energies we have on the table. And as I said, obviously free will and all that, because every action you take, every thought you have may obviously have an effect on the outcome. But as things stands, this is really beautiful. It's the story of a relationship that grows and develops and will be something beautiful. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey through the cards with me. If any of it resonated at all, or if it helped you in any way, do let me know in the comment box below. I also offer daily readings, so if you want to check them out, I will leave you a card on the right here. And if you've enjoyed the art of the oracle that I pulled at the beginning, it comes from a tarot subscription box called Nine of Earth. I'm not affiliated with them. I just buy the box every month because I love cards, as you may have noticed. If you want to have a look at this deck more specifically and what's in the box and spend some more time with me, I'll leave you a card right here and you can click and join me on this unboxing if you like. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some time with me. I hope to see you again soon and I wish you a fantastic December month. Until next time, au revoir.